All right, so we've covered, see ya.
Bye, thank you.
No problem, you're welcome. Okay. I guess that's everything procedurally, so we'll go back to that ode. Okay. I've raised a monument more durable than bronze, one higher than the pyramid's royal towers, that no devouring rain or fierce northerly gale has power to destroy, nor the immeasurable succession of years and the swift passage of time. I'll not utterly die, but a rich part of me will escape Persephone. Who's Persephone?
We get the underworld.
Yeah. And fresh with the praise of posterity, I'll rise beyond. While the high priest and the silent virgin climb the Capitol, I'll be famous. I, born of humble origin, from where wild Alpheus roars and where Daunus once, lacking in streams, ruled over a rural people, as the first to recreate Aeolian song in Italian verse. Melpomene, take pride in what has been earned by your merit, and muse willingly crown my hair with the Delphic laurel. Okay, so, thank you. You guys have been doing a great job so far annotating on the various kind of obscure things here. The high priest and the silent virgin in the Capitol, in Latin, the Capitolium. So this is the capital hill, and the root of the word is caput, which means head. So this is, from a very early time, is thought of as the most important place in Rome. And it's where there was the most important temple to the three gods who were called the Capitoline Triad.
No, I've been talking about this in our other class, the ancient Rome class.
Oh, great. Yeah. So who are the three gods of the Capitoline Triad?
Jupiter, Minerva, and Juno.
Yes. Great. So Jupiter is under his title Optimus Maximus, which is really quite something. Jupiter, best, greatest. And his wife Juno, and Minerva, who's associated with Athena but has a very different emphasis in Rome. Athena is associated with kind of cunning, whereas Minerva is a kind of straightforward war goddess. Okay, so the high priest and the silent virgin climbing the Capitol, this is the sacred essence of Rome, and it harks back to the first ode of this book, right? About shutting out the profane crowd and becoming, what did he call himself in that ode? He called himself a priest of the muses. And here he's talking about kind of a real priest, but as he wraps up this big book of 3 books of odes, and this final book, he is clearly thinking of himself as having a religious function. And as we go on and see what it is that Augustus is doing in terms of religion, seeing it also through the eyes of Ovid, who didn't really like it at all, we're going to kind of see exactly what it meant to Horace, to Maecenas, to Augustus, for him to be this priest-prophet of the Muses, going along with the restoration that Augustus is trying to bring about in Roman religion. So I guess we might as well diverge a little bit into that. What is it that Augustus, what's like the material element of what Augustus is doing with regard to Roman religion? And this has to do with, let me open up this version of the reading, because
Is it that line that there's like a line where he's talking about like, as I die, the greater, or whatever it is, will never leave?
I think that part is a huge part of what he is kind of thinking in terms of his religious function.
Yeah.
But, oh, okay, I'm thinking of I'm in the wrong doc, just a second. All right, it's gonna be this one that has what I'm looking for. Oh, the 3-2, okay. Oh, okay, great. Hold on. It's gonna be Okay. Yeah. Till you've restored the temples and the tumbling shrines of all the gods and their images soiled with black smoke. When you have fires and torches in a place the way you do in a temple, in a time when kind of cleaning services aren't as efficient and really kind of are non-existent, what's going to happen to your beautiful images of your gods?
Covered in soot.
Exactly, and look like as like a metaphor for how you're crappy too, right? I mean, so that's what Horace is invoking here. And one thing, I guess, the thing I was referring to before, what Augustus is doing in a material dimension with Roman religion, all of these statues are being cleaned, which is something that hasn't happened in many, many years. And so there's a kind of literal re-purification of the Roman religious scene that is going on at the beginning of the Principate, and that Horace is celebrating in the old we're looking at. This is 20 to 30, okay. Yeah, so the high priest and the silent virgin climbing the Capitol to the temples of the Capitoline Triad, Jupiter, Octavius Maximus above all, they're climbing to a place that has been cleaned and kind of refounded. And Augustus does a lot of refounding of shrines all over Rome, as well as the creation of new shrines, most importantly to his father, his adopted father, Julius Caesar. And so there's a brand new forum in live annotation. There's a brand new forum in the just adjoining the old huge Forum Romanum, the old Market of Rome, which is dedicated to Julius Caesar with a huge temple there. And then soon enough, there's also going to be Augustus's own forum, where the Recentii will be going in a few weeks. Okay, so while the high priest and the silent virgin climb the Capitol, I'll be famous, I born of humble origin. Okay, so Wild Alpheus is a stream in Horace's homeland, and Daunus is a legendary Italian king who was supposed to not have been able to find water for his people. But the more important reference here is I'll be famous as the first to recreate Aeolian song in Italian verse. Okay, did anybody figure out what Aeolian meant here?
Well, Aeolian refers to, originally refers to